Many will remember Resident Evil 4 as a monumental shift for the series. Years later, Resident Evil Village struck me oh so familiar to how Leon Kennedy's own village and castle adventures played out so long ago. Does Resident Evil Village have the same impact on the series as Resident Evil 4?
Where's everyone going? Bingo?
Or does it leave us thirsty for more tall vampire lady?
The hell do
You ungrateful, selfish wretch!
Find out in our review. Hey folks, if you enjoy the review, be sure to hit that like, sub, and notification button. It's 3 small clicks for you, but means the world to us. Let's get started. Resident Evil Village finds us back in the role of Ethan Winters, moving the story forward 3 years after the events of the Baker incident in Resident Evil 7. Going off the game's good ending, Ethan and his wife Mia relocated to Europe and had a child, their baby daughter Rosemary. It's pretty clear that they're still shaken from the events that tortured them so mercilessly years before, but they try to make the best of it. The key word here is try. It isn't long before their attempt at a regular family life is shattered by a hail of bullets and the abduction of their daughter. One rifle butt to the head, an unplanned nap, and a crashed military van later, Ethan finds himself stranded on the outskirts of a mysterious village without his wife or daughter.
Where the hell am I?
As should probably be expected, Resident Evil Village's titular village is not doing okay. The whole town is dead and broken, save for a few questionably lucky survivors. The cause? Some very fuzzy rabid humanoids with a penchant for feasting on unturned human flesh. Along the way, Ethan learns that his daughter is somehow in the village, and the key to saving her lays with 4 supernatural powerful figures, and an even more powerful Lady Miranda, who once offered protection to the village.
My decision is final. There will be no argument. Remember from whence you came.
Thanks.
Fans should already be well aware of one, the very popular, tall Lady Demetrice.
Well, Ethan Winters.
Much like Demetrice and her often teased castle, the other lords each preside over a unique domain near the village, and Ethan is going to have to pay them all house calls if he means to save Rosemary.
You're stupid. You talk too much. It's all over.
I will give fair warning without spoilers here. If you thought Lady Demetrice was going to take up the lion's share of your time in this game, realize that she's just one of 4 lords alongside Lady Miranda, and temper your expectations accordingly. Don't get me wrong though, her entire presence in the game is a highlight. In fact, I'd actually argue that every encounter with the 4 lords is pretty great.
Oh, be careful what you wish for, Ethan Winters.
Resident Evil Village's environments are quite varied and breathtaking. The village acts as a connecting hub at the heart of it all, and each return to it peels back a little bit more of the mysteries hidden within. But the 4 domains you'll travel to are also equal parts gorgeous and harrowing. Each is filled to the brim with their own unique blend of action, traps, and monsters, as well as puzzles and secrets you'll want to unravel if you're going to gain the means you need to survive each oncoming challenge. The puzzles are passable, though nothing too outlandish or tricky, mostly bringing key items from point A to point B, with a few decent exceptions. The visuals are really where the game shines. Lady Demetrice's castle is a splendid array of lavish decor hiding a ghastly underbelly, whereas the walk to another lord's castle took us through a foggy path to claim an eerie mountainside home near a stunningly beautiful waterfall. It was hard not to notice a little bit of texture pop-ins at certain points in regular gameplay, but the places Village worked to direct my eyes to any given point were often exhilarating, unnerving, drop-dead gorgeous, or some mix of those 3 elements. Let's get right down to the nitty-gritty of gameplay, which I think both does well in a certain light, and is cause for concern in another. There are certain points in Village where it could easily be scary or unnerving if I wasn't Ethan, Rambo's scarier brother, Winters. Armed to the teeth and ready to pulp any creature dumb enough to get in my face. After the exhilaration of fending off one particular pack of monsters, I even found myself audibly yelling out, "Who wants to die next?"
You want some more? Huh?
It's a bit puzzling to me to feel that way in a Resident Evil game, though I can't deny I enjoy the impact and variation of the weapons, their upgrades, and the gunplay. Similarly, adding in that feeling is the presence of the Duke, who appears throughout the game. This indulgent mystery man is well acquainted with you, the village, and the mysteries abound for reasons he won't reveal. More importantly, he hosts an ever-present shop of weapon upgrades, ammo, gun parts, and other provisions.
I've been waiting for you, Mr. Winters.
His prices would be off-putting if Resident Evil Village wasn't also packed to the gills with coins and treasures you can sell him for even more currency. Much like Resident Evil 4 and 5, there are even special treasures that when sought out and combined will provide a healthy supply of arsenal strengthening cash.
Where there's coin to be made.
Resident Evil 7's crafting system even returns, so you can collect a wealth of parts like green herbs, chemical fluid, and scrap to make medkits and bullets if you ever run out. All you have to do is be vigilant enough to find the pieces, which the game even helps you with by marking rooms and areas red if they still have items and blue if you've cleaned them out.
Let's see what you're doing. Ethan Winters.
Get ready.
Your growing array of weaponry and power aside, I will give Resident Evil Village this. Despite arming you relentlessly, the game still has enough threatening elements to make your initial exploration of new sections unnerving. There's even sections of Village where it strips you of that power altogether, and it easily provides some of the most disturbing parts in the game for a lot of reasons I won't spoil here. More importantly, Resident Evil Village treads a line where its environmental design can pancake you if you don't look before you leap. I wish it was scarier throughout the whole adventure, but I won't claim I ever felt invincible in the slightest.
You're still alive? Impressive.
One thing I'm happy to share that isn't lacking here is post-game content. After what I would say is about a 10 to 12 hour adventure, those who found Resident Evil 3 Remake's post-game underwhelming will likely take pleasure in how much there is to do after you finish the main game. For the production buffs, there's a lot of behind-the-scenes movies, concept art, and character models with informational snippets about facets of the game's design. For those looking for more gameplay, there are 2 harder difficulties past standard, a multitude of unlockable special weapons and gear if you accomplish certain challenges in any playthrough, as well as the Mercenaries extra mode. The Mercenaries in particular has returned looking more engaging than usual. You choose a level like the village or the castle, and clear monsters in a number of areas in a setting as fast as possible. Before each area, you have the option to buy weapons and upgrades with a starting amount of money or whatever further cash you've collected in rounds. Then after clearing each area, you get scored based on the time you had left and money you've collected or kept when you started the area. You can boost your score by racking up combos, slaying foes in short order, boosting your time per kill, and breaking yellow orbs for further time bonuses. There are also blue orbs that offer you a random set of 3 perks to choose from, like bonus handgun damage or healing per kill. Do well enough and you can unlock new levels and even new perks to enter the rotation of possibilities at each blue orb.
New record!
I really liked the additions to Mercenaries and felt it will be a great place for players to challenge themselves in a little time attack style combat, and it does well to round out a wide array of post-game goods after Resident Evil 3's remake was admittedly lacking.
Mother, I bring you fresh prey.
You are so kind to me, daughters.
Resident Evil Village presents me with the conundrum I've felt all too often throughout certain eras of the franchise, particularly Resident Evil 4. If I have the means to kill everything in my way, at all times, why should I be scared? There are times it adequately answers this question, and times where it does not, but that's an ongoing issue with the balance of power in a supposed horror game. Perhaps more notably, I feel Resident Evil Village does great as an action game with solid horror elements. The combat is visceral and vibrant. The environments are splendid and mysterious, and the story had decent enough oomph to get me involved throughout. I wish this was an overall scarier game, but it's a still thrilling one, nonetheless. Hey folks, if you enjoyed the video review, be sure to hit that like, sub, and notification button. It's 3 small clicks for you, but means the world to us. For more video reviews and everything else gaming related, you're already in the right place. You're on Shacknews.com.